YouTube, welcome. As you guys see by the title of this video, it's going to be a very detailed and informational video comparing the Thunder Hollows versus the Venture Hollows. But before we even get into the information, I have a whole list of pros and cons for each of these trucks. But before we even get into that, welcome. This is the official first video on my skate channel. I just want to give a big shout out to everyone watching this video right now, and I hope you do find this information useful. If you do, be sure to drop a like, smack that subscribe button, because I'm going to be dropping various videos, whether that's trick tutorials, vlogs on these skate trips coming up, and just a lot of other entertaining skate videos on this channel. You've definitely found a new skate channel. So be sure to turn on post notifications and tune into what I'll be dropping. Let me go grab my board real quick. I actually currently have these Venture trucks, so that's what we're going to be starting with. Let me go grab my board. This video is also going to be minimal edited, very minimal. I don't plan on having to go back and do too many editing. I'm just going to keep it pretty simple and straightforward. Currently rocking the Venture trucks right now. I also have tried out the Thunder Hollows, so I'm not just giving my biased opinion. I've tried both of these out. So don't mind me referring to my notes. I just wanted to be as detail oriented as possible and give you guys as much information as possible. So we're going with the Ventures first. Let me show you these first. Venture hollow lights. These have a hollow kingpin and a solid axle. They do have different styles where the axle is hollow and the kingpin is, well, I just got the ones that are solid axles. Super sick. I don't know, the design of the base plate at the bottom is pretty cool to me. But with all that being said, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes of this video. So the pros. I lock into 50/50s and backsmiths a lot easier with these Ventures. For example, today I was skating this street ledge, super crusty. Every time I ollied into the ledge for the backsmith, it went straight into it. All I had to do was lean back more than enough so I could ride it out. Another pro for these Venture trucks are the taller axle height felt so much more comfortable for my style of skating. As soon as I put these trucks on, you know, some things, as soon as you try it, you know you don't like it. As soon as I tried these, I knew I liked these more than the Thunder, and I skated the Thunders longer. So keep that in mind. I've only had these trucks for 2 weeks, give or take 2 weeks, and I can already tell you now I like them a lot more than the Thunder Hollows. Now, this is just my preference. I consider this a pro, but it's a more simple design with minimalistic colors. Like, as you see with these trucks, they're fully colored. That's cool too, but I'm more of a simple guy, so this is more of my alley. Now, in my personal opinion, the Venture trucks are more suited for a tighter truck. Yes, they do make a Venture loose, but that goes and tells you if the regular base style of this truck, it's more suited for tight skating or tighter trucks, being that they released a whole different truck that's specifically for loose trucks. Granted, you can get these loose, you can, but the turn radius is a lot more different than, say, a Thunder. Those were all my pros for the Venture. Let's get into the cons. Like I just mentioned, we have less sharp turn radius. Not bad enough to cause any issues in my personal opinion. You know, I'm able to cut corners and turn just as much as I need to with these, but there is a difference. I'm gonna be giving you guys all the differences. Now, these trucks are a little heavier. Each truck is 2 ounces heavier than the Thunder Hollow Light with the hollow axle and the hollow kingpin. Granted, they are heavier on paper, but when I'm skating, they don't feel any different. That's just something to note. Made by, okay. Now, this is something that could be an issue for a lot of people. There is no inverted kingpin Venture at the time this video is being created, which is October 11th. There is no hollow kingpin Venture that I've seen, and I've scoured the market various times, especially when writing up my notes and script for this video. I haven't seen it yet. Now, you could probably Frankenstein a slappy base plate or something or another, but I haven't seen them sell Venture inverted kingpins. They may in the future. I'm pretty sure they will in the future. They just haven't yet. So those are going to be all the cons. There's not many cons for the Venture that are a make or break for me. I'm not hard to please when it comes to skate components. As long as they're super quality, I like the designs, and they increase my skating skill level, yeah, I'll buy it again. So that is the full Venture breakdown. We're going to be talking about the Thunder Hollow lights here. We're going to start with the pros just like we did. Now, a pro to the Thunder is a sharp return radius, and they do feel more stable when you're landing tricks. Like, let's say you do a backside 180 trick and you don't fully rotate that backside 180. You're able to kind of catch it and not pivot, but you're able to catch it and being able to ride out that turn. That's not going to happen on the Ventures as much. You're going to either have to land straight or you're not going to land it. My style of skating is super precise. Every trick is, I'm not going to say perfect, but I like to land my trick as close as to being perfect as possible. That's just my style though. So another big make or break component of these Thunder trucks, compared to another truck, these actually are the lightest trucks on the market. We actually have weighed all the different trucks, all the different models on a digital scale. These were the lightest. Compared to the Ventures, the Indies, and the Slappies, these have been the lightest out of those four. Now, all hollow lights on the Thunder are forged base plates, essentially meaning it's a stronger metal. Now, I haven't had any problems with the cast base plate or anything of the such, or even a poured base plate. I haven't had any trucks break on me. I mean, maybe if you're Chris Joslin, Trey Flippin' El Toro, you may have that issue, right? But for us normal skaters, no, we're not going to have any issues breaking base plates or hangers. Also, another thing that might attract certain people, these have the lowest axle height on the market that I've seen. So even if you were to compare these side by side, the Thunders do sit a little bit lower. Hey, they definitely skate good. You know, I'm not saying I like this one less because it's lower. I skated great with these, but I skated even better with the Venture. So just keep that in mind. Also, as you see, the designs on these are a lot different as far as the colors. They have a lot more fully colored options. If that's up your alley, you know, you'll be able to find a pattern with a certain color scheme that you really like, and you'll be happy. Now, these Thunder Hollow lights are arguably backed by the best skaters in the world. Nyjah Huston, for example, Shane O'Neill. If you watch any of these SLS, a lot of people skate Thunder trucks. But that's all the pros for the Thunders. We're going to be getting into the cons now. My first con I have with these trucks, the axle height is too low for me to feel 100% comfortable. Like I said, when I was skating these trucks, I was skating great. You know, I usually tend to skate great. I didn't think I could increase my performance anymore with a different truck. I was a little skeptical at first until I actually bought these, set them up, and started skating them. I just can't pick out what it is specifically about this truck that makes me skate better. It could be a placebo effect. Highly doubt it. My skating tells the truth. But something about these, I can't put my finger on what it is specifically, but I just skate better with these trucks. The Team Hollow lights made my board feel too light. I was missing a lot of tricks and grinds. For example, if I'm going kickflip crook, I tend to flip my board too much, being that it didn't have much weight to it for whatever reason. That's just what was happening when I was skating the hollow lights. Or kickflip back Smith, I just kept over flipping that kickflip and not catching it in that grind. Another thing I want to point out, like I had mentioned, I was doing that back Smith on that crunchy ledge earlier this morning. It's 6:24 p.m. right now. That was around 9 a.m. every time I was going for a half cap crook on that ledge, I was getting right into it. Like my crooks and my backsmiths, any grind that has to be pinched, even the feebles, the pinch on the ventures for me is better. It goes right into it. I don't have to exaggerate my foot placement to really get it. I can just ollie right into it and I'm pinched. So a con for some people, these trucks are tailored towards the skater who likes looser trucks. That is my personal opinion, and it seems to be pretty true. Now granted, you can get these trucks tight, don't get me wrong, but these trucks have a lot more wiggle room. Even when we did the review on the T2s, which dropped on the Triple S Skateco channel, if y'all want to see the full breakdown on the T2s, I know Ernie's made several videos. I know we just dropped the T2 review video, and tomorrow, the time you guys are seeing this video, the next day we're dropping the full breakdown on the T2s on the Triple S Skateco channel. But another con for these Thunder trucks is the Thunder bushings bust often when I'm skating them. I cannot tell you how many times I've busted bushings with these Thunder hollow lights. Team hollow lights at that. I know I was changing bushings out at least twice a week. Not twice a week, twice a month at least. Every time I look down at my board, I'd bust another set of bushings. I busted the T2 bushings. I've busted the standard Thunder bushings. I tried those Bones bushings, wasn't a fan, gave those away. I had the most success when I got some Venture bushings and put them on my Thunders. Then I didn't have any problems, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hard skater and I just bust the bushings. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what it really is, but my overall conclusion, I'm going to tell you this. I'm preferring to skate the Venture trucks. I'm loving the simplistic design rather than something that's, you know, a little more loud, a little more funky. That's not my style. I'm a simplistic type of person. As you see, I have simplistic clothes on. Nothing's too crazy. These trucks felt just a lot better when doing specific grinds. Like, for example, yesterday I was skating the park. I went for, I was just doing backsmiths consecutively. I think I did 5 in a row and then topped it off with the back tail, back shove. But I was just really dialing in my pinched grind tricks, and they just feel so much better on these. I don't have to try as hard to pinch. When I'm skating a Thunder, you know, I have to exaggerate my foot placement to get a pinch. Even on a crook, I didn't even master crooks on Thunders. I mastered crooks on Venture trucks. So I'm not sure what that was about, but I definitely have better pinch grinds with Ventures. But let me say this, if you're just a beginner skater who's just starting out, you can't go wrong with either of these options. This is a video tailored towards the more advanced skater who is looking to really perfect their skating techniques and their style. Like I just mentioned, if you're a beginner skater, you cannot go wrong with any of these options. Even the ones that aren't in these videos, you won't be disappointed with them. You'll just start to run into certain issues once you're wondering, like, okay, dang, why is my kickflip 50? Why is it not rotating enough? Why are my legs so fatigued after doing 10 kickflip back 50s? You know, it's just those type of nuances that you could run into that you want to correct, so your skating level improves and you don't get as tired as quick. Because I know for a fact, when skating solid or hollow trucks, there's no way you can't tell me that you're not more tired skating a heavier board for a shorter amount of time opposed to skating a lighter board for a longer amount of time. It's just those types of things you got to be aware of if you really want to take your skating to the next level. And I'll tell you this, my skating has definitely improved when I started fine-tuning the little things that I'm not going to say don't matter, but you think don't matter. So if you have standard trucks right now, no hollow axle, no hollow kingpin, get yourself a set of hollow trucks, preferably ones with a hollow kingpin and axle. You'll definitely feel a difference. You'll be able to skate longer. And from my experience, hollow trucks are just as durable. Okay, we're not jumping down El Toro 10 times in one day, our trucks are gonna last. So with all that being said, if I had to pick one or the other, I'm definitely going with Venture. Thank you guys for tapping into this video. This is the first official video on my channel. Hope you did find it useful. If you did, comment down below. Tell me what videos you might want to see next. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm out. Peace.